This is Python's Paradise. This is your host, Greg Gilbert, aka the Python Hyena, straight out of Fredericton, New Brunswick, Canada. And folks, 5 years ago, I had my guest that I have on tonight on. We celebrated the 35th anniversary of The Last
That's
American
right.
Virgin. Now we're celebrating the film's 40th anniversary. And my guest hasn't changed a bit. Folks, I give you the most awesome part of the film, and I came to appreciate that more and more as I watched the film last night. Folks, I give you the awesome David. You did play David. Joe
That's right.
Rubbo. Is it Robo or Rubbo?
Rubbo.
Rubbo.
Yeah.
How do you do, Joe?
Good, great seeing you, buddy. How you doing?
Yeah, not bad, not bad. I remember fondly talking to you there 5 years ago for it,
Yeah.
and having you back, and look at
Oh
that,
wow. Oh wow.
nice Blu-ray here, and yeah, I love this film. I watched it last night just to give myself a
hmm
little and I gotta say, I come to appreciate you even more.
Oh,
And
thank
I
you.
last night, then like I sat there watching last night, and I'm like, people go on and on about Diane Franklin, and I've had her on here, and I like her too. But I was
She's
like,
awesome.
Joe was the most cool part of the film.
Thank you very much.
Like, really, when one thing I did talk to you about last time, I don't recall anyway, is like you're on there, you got your hair all slicked back, and you have like this little gold chain around your neck, and you got
With
the
the yellow vest.
the yellow vest, and you're dressed in the black. You're classing it up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Was
Pretty
that,
cool for a chubby guy.
well, you know what, you might have been the chubby guy, but you're getting some action in that film. I'll tell you
Just
that.
like real life, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I swear you were the coolest one in the film,
Thank you.
especially watching it last night. I was like, you got a lot of the biggest laughs,
Yeah.
and yeah, but was that your wardrobe, or did they supply it?
No, they supplied it all. I wish I still had it. I don't know where the hell it is. Wish I still had some of it because so many people still ask about it.
Well,
I'm
you got a
sure if
cool
I did.
wardrobe on now.
Oh yeah, the Cowboys Sunday.
Yeah, you
Go
go.
Cowboys. Yeah, yeah. Greg, I'm set. This 40th reunion is getting a lot of hype. I mean, a lot of people are a lot of people have been asking me to be guests on their podcast and stuff. It's really gaining some momentum. It's going to be something else, man.
Oh wow, and I caught you
Yeah,
early.
yeah.
Well,
Well, it's been going on, but as we're getting closer, it's going to be more and more. We're looking at next this October coming up this fall. I think we're going to do something, or maybe the summer. There's going to definitely be one in LA, a
hmm
screening with a Q&A. We're trying to set one up in Miami, down that where I am. I'm in South Florida,
hmm
and one in New York.
well,
So
you've got till then to get those cool clothes again.
I'm going to search for them. If not, we'll have somebody make them for me. Be cool. It'll be cool showing up with the duck head shirt on.
Yes, and Diane Franklin could show up on the motorbike.
Yes, she didn't. She couldn't ride the motorbike because she's
I
deaf in one ear. That's why she was pushing it around all over the place.
I didn't know she was deaf in one ear.
Yeah, she had she one ear she couldn't hear well. Threw her balance off. She couldn't even ride a regular bike, so we had to, she had to push it around the whole time.
Well, maybe you can get her daughter Olivia to do it. Olivia's
Yeah,
hilarious.
yeah, yeah. Diane and I were the only actors from New York there that flew there to do the movie. So we became really close, like family. We had Thanksgiving dinner together. Great girl, still a very very dear friend.
hmm
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I was watching it last night, and it's been a while since I've seen it, but I have it here on Blu-ray, and I just watched it, and and just all the memories, because I would have been 10 years old in 1982 when this came out, you know.
Right.
So
Yeah.
so watching it last night, like even like the soundtrack, I love the Cars, for example, you know.
Yeah. Good.
And
Good music all around.
yeah, I found a lot of songs got repeated a lot, you know, but nonetheless,
They really drilled just once into your head, huh?
yeah, they did,
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
did.
Still
But
brings a tear to some people's eye when that song comes on.
oh yeah, oh yeah. But you played the very carefree David, and I tell you, you had some of the funniest scenes in the movie. You know, between
Yeah.
you and Brian Peck, I don't know which, like between the two of you, you guys kind of tug a word on the funniest scenes.
Yeah. Brian, he's hysterical.
Yeah. Does
Yeah.
he still have those nerdy glasses?
he I saw him for the first time since we did the movie. We did the Hollywood show in California, Hollywood, California. I think it was 2014, and that was the first time I seen him since the filming of the show.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Did he have the nerdy glasses?
No, no glasses. He put on some weight though, but he's still funny as hell.
You're certainly
He could
funny in
he could
this.
he could talk to you, have a conversation with you, then imitate you perfectly right after. He used to love poking at my New York accent.
Well, I tell you, in the movie, his character ended up outsizing everybody in one particular
Yeah,
scene. I don't
that
know
was
if
a
I.
weird that was a weird scene, but yeah,
Yeah, you guys were in a bad position. You and Lawrence were in a bad position where you guys
yeah,
had to check those out. How
yeah. It
awkward was
was
that scene to shoot?
well, we didn't really see anything, and they put these pieces of wood in everybody's pants,
Well,
so it looked like they had woodies.
yeah, but listen, if Brian was on here, he would swear that you guys reacted to the actual thing, to the actual length.
No, no. Tell Brian to keep dreaming. I ain't measuring nothing, brother. Yeah.
I like that look on his face, like he had you guys, you know.
You mean 9.5? Who you trying to cheat?
Yeah. No, oh, I had so much fun with the movie. Like you kept getting beat up.
Yeah, I got hit a lot in that movie.
You got hit a lot. Like
I finally got to get my revenge when I slapped him in the by the pinball machine.
well, he
Yeah,
kind of had that coming.
yeah. Well, if you watch that carefully after we're done, watch that. Go back to that scene. You're gonna look at my face.
Hmm.
You're gonna see me start cracking up because I hit him so hard his retainer came out. I wasn't supposed to hit him that hard. And Boaz said, "Give it all you got. I want this to look real." I said, "You sure?" Next thing I know, bing, the retainer goes flying out, and I just was like, started cracking up, and you could catch it right at the end.
And yeah, and he goes, asshole.
Oh, that was his famous line, asshole.
Yeah, he was kind of baiting Lawrence into a bad situation there. So
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. I gotta say, one of the strengths of this movie is it goes in a place that a lot of movies of its kind would not have done. I
yeah,
mean, that ending is crushing, but it's real.
yeah, yeah. I was, we were originally contracted to do like 4 or 5 movies with Canon
Hmm.
Films, Going Globus Productions, and Boaz had a falling out with the other partners, and that was the end of it because it was based off the Lemon Popsicle Limon series in Israel, which
Hmm.
was a lot of it was based on Boaz's life as growing up in Israel, and that was a huge series of movies out in Israel.
Hmm.
people in Israel like know me like a big celebrity in out there because they know Popsicle and Lorna and they know we're the American Virgin, the American version, the last American Virgin, and they know that movie word for word. And we had to watch the movie before we did ours to see what the characters were about. But then, of course, we put our own twist on it, and they modernized it. But a lot of people are talking about a remake. I don't know. What do you think, Greg? I don't think we could do a remake of that movie. I don't think that movie would fit in today.
A lot of stuff don't fit in today. I'll be
Yeah,
frank, I'm not a big remake person.
neither am I.
Sometimes they can do it right. Like Invasion of the Body Snatchers 1978 is an example of a remake done well.
Yeah,
I like the American version of The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo.
right. That was
In,
good.
in terms of comedies, I thought Eddie Murphy's Nutty Professor was better than Jerry Lewis's.
But it was better than the original. And the Robert De Niro Cape Fear, that remake was great.
Mm. And
Yeah,
Robin Williams, The Birdcage, went right shot for shot pretty much with
yeah,
the French film. So,
yeah.
but I
My
mean,
first film ever was with Robin Williams.
I miss Robin Williams.
Yeah,
He went way too soon.
I was in The World According to Garp. I played one of the wrestlers.
Mm-hmm.
Pleasure working for that man. What a great guy. What a nice guy.
I've interviewed 3 people from that movie. I have Brendan Magar on here, and I've had
Yeah,
Jenny Wright on here.
right.
Yep. So you're the 3rd person I've had from the World According to Garp.
I'm gonna watch that again.
Yeah,
That was a good movie.
Robin Williams gone way too soon.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. What a
And there,
talent.
yeah, nobody else like him.
No, very unique.
Do you
Very
still
funny. Very
wrestle? Are you
brilliant.
going to join the WWE?
I'd love to, man. I don't watch that anymore, but I used to be a big fan. Used to take my kids to all the matches. I haven't followed it ever since the COVID and when they stopped putting people in the arenas. I stopped watching it. So I don't. It's like a soap opera. You got to catch up when you watch it. I don't know what's going on in
I'll be frank, I haven't enjoyed wrestling for years. I
it.
liked
Me
it in
neither.
the 70s and the 80s and a little bit of the 90s.
The late '90s was killer with the two wars going on. That was
Yeah.
good. Yeah,
But now it's like there's nobody, with the exception of the women. I do like Charlotte Flair. She's doing
yeah,
some great stuff in there. But
yeah,
I think probably the only actual wrestler that I have any liking for is maybe AJ Styles. It's just that's not,
yeah.
you know, back in the day, like I mean, Hulk Hogan might have been all the rage, but I thought Ricky Steamboat was a far more entertaining guy to watch.
Ricky Steamboat was great. Macho Man. All those guys were a trip to watch. It was like every week you'd watch it on a Saturday afternoon and you watch it again. It was on like all the time. It was great. Then when Raw
Yeah.
came out, it was like, wow, this is awesome. Prime time. But you remember
Well,
being a kid, waiting up for, I used to fall asleep midnight watching wrestling, and they never had the stars. They only had the stars interviewing.
mhm.
They tell about shows coming up, like Bruno Sammartino. You would never actually see him wrestle. You would just see him interview.
Yeah, Bruno to me was the greatest champion.
Oh
The
yeah.
greatest champion. I've still got some of those rubber wrestling figures.
Oh, do you? Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a bunch of them over there in a big bag, and I've got Bruno. I've got, yeah.
He is the living legend. Was the
He's
living legend.
yep. At
Yeah.
least he lived into his 80s, so I mean,
Yeah, and,
a
and
lot of
great
rest.
shape too.
Yep.
They
I've
showed
had,
one of his workouts that he did in the 80s,
mhm,
in his 80s. Unbelievable.
yeah. I've had Roddy Piper's son and daughter on here
Oh
in
wow.
tribute to him. Yep. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
still in
Yeah.
touch with his daughter. She's a hoot.
Yeah.
Um, I've had James Ellsworth on here, and I've had Princess Victoria. I've had on here a couple times.
Oh, nice, nice,
Yeah,
nice.
yeah, she does not like Vince.
No,
But I liked a lot of them back in the day. Jake the Snake Roberts, one of my
Oh yeah,
favorites.
yeah. We used to go to the matches all the time, man. My cousins and I, we grew up watching that stuff. We used to be really into it. I mean, with the television show that I had down here,
Hmm.
VIP TV, which is coming back this fall. I got to interview a lot of the wrestlers. There were a lot of them were on the show and stuff. We got to get backstage passes and stuff. So it was
Who'd
it
you
was cool.
interview?
Rock has been on the show. Who else back then? They were talking back when it, like I said, when it was good. But you name it, they've been on the show. They're all kinds of athletes and wrestlers and celebrities have been on the show.
Did
I
Did
can't
you
wait to
meet
get it cranking
Piper?
again. No, I never got to meet Roddy.
Oh,
I wish I did.
yeah, I was a big Piper fan. Yeah. No, I got a bunch. I was at a Comic Con and I grabbed up a bunch of those rubber ones.
That's where I met a lot of them too. When I did Comic Cons,
Hmm.
we'd have the cameras there filming like behind the scenes at a Comic Con. I got to meet a lot of the wrestlers there.
I remember
Rikishi was at the one down here.
Rikishi.
Yeah, is he still alive?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I remember when
Well,
I
yeah.
had Princess Victoria on here, I was showing her some of the rubber figures I had, and she said, "Do you have George Clooney in there?" And I said, "Well, I
Uh,
have the next best thing," and I held up a figure of the Iron Sheik. Yeah, that was her reaction too. He would put people in the camel clutch and make them humble.
oh God, I remember him. He's another one of my favorites. He's crazy, man.
Yeah, but you
You
got
look at some of you look at some of his stuff on YouTube. He's hysterical.
oh yeah. But you know
Yeah.
what? Back in the last American Virgin, it didn't take a camel clutch to make you humble. Just took a few
Mhm.
swats with shoes
Yeah.
and right
Yeah.
hooks by.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mother's hitting me. Everybody hitting me. Even Rose got a good shot on me.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. Oh boy, there was that was hilarious there. The you guys were going on the date with the three girls.
Right.
And it's funny because the one that was being pegged as the ugly one was actually the funniest of the three,
Winnie,
especially,
yeah, she's hysterical.
oh
Yeah.
my goodness, watching her eyes behind the glasses and Lawrence is trying to undo her bra and it's going up above her head there and she's trying to
her
put
face,
chips.
her facial expressions were priceless.
Yeah, I felt so bad she's being pegged as the ugly one, and because they did that with Kimmy Robertson and I'm like, I know full well she's not ugly.
No, she's beautiful.
Yeah,
Person inside out. Yeah.
yeah, and I'm like,
I can't wait. I can't wait to see everybody again. I'm very excited.
yeah, but yeah, that the faces and she's trying to eat the chips,
Yeah,
and
yeah, like going over his arm like this.
she was hilarious.
Yeah, very funny.
Yep. But you got caught into a situation where you were told to wait out on the deck. And of
Yeah.
course, you don't know the parents came home. And
No,
when you, I like it when
I got I got a handful of the mama's tit.
I thought it was funny when Lawrence's parents come in there, and the mom, already saw too much downstairs and she's
Yeah,
in bed, has to told the husband to go get something for her. You can see the outline of your body
the
by
silhouette.
the
Yeah,
door.
yeah, that was classic. Yeah.
And then you come in, just your underwear on, and
Not now, Hal. Hal.
yeah, that was the first of two or three times like you were getting beat up a lot in that movie.
I was in a lot of jams, that's for sure.
And
But it
then
was
if,
classic. It was hysterical, and working with a magical guy like Boz, he would bring out stuff in me that I didn't know I had. You know,
yep.
he used to say, we're doing the close up. Back then, it was like one or two cameras the most. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? And he would go, "We're doing the close up now." And the first time I heard, I go, "What do you mean the close up?" He goes, "Let's put it this way, Big Apple." He goes, your face is going to be as big as the Empire State Building. So you better do this right. Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. And it was,
I gotta say the women in this movie were kind of crazy. I mean, you had
yeah.
the I can't remember her name, the one that was doing the dancing, the blonde.
Carmela?
Camilla, that's right.
Carmela, Louisa Moritz. Yeah, she passed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
unfortunately. I'll tell you, she was funny in
I
this.
got to see her at Chilli Theater in 2011. Sorry, 2012. I got to see her. I'm glad.
Yeah, and you all got to have some fun with her until the husband came home.
Till Paco came home. Yeah.
That's when you got beat up again.
You want to hear something crazy? That
Sure.
wasn't even his voice. That wasn't even his voice.
Oh,
They did a voiceover. Remember the guy that sold us the crab killer?
yeah.
He did Paco's voice.
Well,
Yeah.
he needed a little extra after having to sell you guys that, you know.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it was we back in the day, you had to go back to do the voiceovers. You had to go back to the studio, actually watch the movie on a big screen and do a voiceover. It's not like now you do it right over the computer. Movie making now is a lot easier than it was back then, And when I went back to do the voiceovers, I got to meet Sylvester Stallone, Walter Matthau, Mr. T. I didn't know who he was yet because Rocky 3 didn't come out yet. It was about to come out. I thought it was one of his bodyguards, but it was like just being in Warner Brothers Studios, being there. I'm like, man, I'm 18 years old, kid from the Bronx. What am I doing here? And the voiceovers were hard to do. It's like you had to put yourself back in that scene again and get it right on cue. The beep would come up, boom, go ahead, do it. And we were doing when I was getting hit with the shoes, and I had to ad lib all that when we were doing the voiceovers, and I got it once, and I said, "Wait, you don't understand." I went back and forth, and Mel was his name. He was directing the voiceovers. He goes, "That's perfect. We can't even do it that good again if we try." I said, "Well, thank God. I don't want to do it." Yeah, a great experience all the way around. And back to Louisa Moritz, me and her got to do another interesting scene in Hot Chili, which we did in 1985. We got frozen together in the freezer.
I got to admit, I've never seen Hot Chili. I've never gotten to see that movie.
Yeah, it was okay. It came straight to video. It did pretty well over video, but it was after Virgin. It wasn't even close.
Yeah, I'd be open to seeing it, you know. I mean, I just haven't. But
Yeah.
she was really funny. The total opposite of the redhead that
Oh,
the hooker, you know. She had
that
a
wasn't
bad
her voice
attitude.
either. That wasn't her voice either. They redid her voice too. Her
What with
voice was like,
the crab seller, crab
yeah,
food
yeah.
seller?
They used some other lady for her. It's just crazy, After you start a movie and in a movie, you can never even watch a movie again because you know what's going on behind the scenes.
Yeah, she had a bad attitude.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Let me tell
yeah,
you something about that scene too. We shot that scene in a closed down restaurant. It
uh-huh.
was like an abandoned restaurant. Talk about realism, and it was infested with rats.
Oh
So,
gee.
so the night before they fumigated it because they said you couldn't even walk in there. That's how many rats there were. And the directors, the producers said, "This is what we're looking for. We're looking something grimy like this." But when we were there, you didn't see any rats, but you heard them. And we were like, "Hurry up, let's get this shit done and get out of here, man."
Yeah, I remember again one of the funny scenes where you're saying something like, I forget the line of dialogue, but you said something like pretty good night, huh? And she goes, "Are you gonna fuck me or are you gonna interview me?"
Busy. That's right. I asked her, I go, "Busy night tonight?" She goes, "Are you gonna interview me or are you gonna fuck me?" Yep. Yeah,
I'm
we got the
surprised you
crabs.
didn't respond with trick question.
That was crazy, man. And well, now that we're talking about it, it seems like yesterday. It does not seem like so long ago. You know?
Yeah, yeah. But no, I thought you were great in the movie. And like I said, watching it last night, I found myself more drawn to you when you're on screen than anybody else.
Right. Thank you.
I thought you even like you falling in the pool full of balloons, like you
I was
know,
cold that night, by the way.
I bet you were. But
Yeah.
you know what? David, he was a genuine friend to to
To
the
Gary.
to Gary because
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, and I got nothing against Steve Anton, but boy, oh boy, I like him as an actor, but I'll tell you, the character he played needed to
Yeah,
have
he's a
his ass
dick.
kicked.
Yeah. We're a good friend too. He's a great guy too.
Yeah,
But he played that part perfectly. He played it too well.
yeah, because I'm sitting here thinking, man, he he knew right from the start that
Yeah.
Gary liked this girl.
Yeah, he broke the bro code.
And he's still and then he goes after these other girls as well.
Yeah.
And it's like, who the frig do you think you are?
Mhm.
Here's a question.
Yes, sir.
We know what happens at the end of the movie, but if you was to extend it further, what do you think? Because you know full well there's no friendship between Gary and the Anton character anymore. That's severed.
Right.
Where do you think David is with all this?
David, I don't know. David was cool and he just wanted to have a good time. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I'm sure if we would have made a sequel, we would have got over that because Diane wasn't supposed to be in the sequel. She wasn't written in it.
Oh, were
So
the other?
we have our antics with other women, other adventures, in the sequel.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. If you watch the series, the Lemon Popsicle series with subtitles, of course, you can see it's a pretty good, it's some good stuff. Hot Chili was supposed to be like a part. They broke it up in parts that it was supposed to be. I kind of play the same character in that as I do now. Um, and you think I got my ass kicked in this movie? You should see that movie. Yeah, yeah,
So are the three principal lead males supposed to be in the sequel?
yeah. Multiple sequels, three, four. There were four more movies we were supposed to do.
Well, here's the
That's
question. How do things mend between Gary and Steve?
I don't know. I'm sure they did though. I mean, you go out and you get yourself another broad together. You forget about them. Bros before hoes, man. What's the matter with you?
I'm gonna tell you, like, I'll tell you after that last shot in the movie. Yes, look at Steve Enton plays Rick. Okay, I'm getting these
Yeah,
names here. Um, yeah, I'm surprised he didn't get plowed
yeah.
after the way he treated, like even the way he
You
treated
know,
Karen, and then she goes back with him.
because that's typical. We never saw the completed movie till I went to the premiere, so I
Uh-huh.
didn't know it was going to end like that either.
Yeah.
I'm like, those credits came up. I go, what? Is that it? I thought there was more because we filmed a lot of stuff like going to the Colorado on our trip to Colorado skiing.
Mm-hmm.
There was some stuff that wasn't. There was some more party scenes that we thought we were going to be in there and stuff. And when it ended like that, I'm like, what? Where's the rest? But it ended. Great ending. Anybody you talk about that's a fan of this film, they all got something to say about the ending. Mostly negative, but it sticks with you. It stays in your mind because it's
Yeah,
happened to a lot
normally
of guys. It's happened to a lot of guys.
that's why to me the ending works. It's not necessarily a happy ending, but I here's the thing. Gary's crushed but he's going to be stronger for it. I think Rick is going to be seen as a sleazebag that he is, and
Right.
Karen is going to be alone again,
Yeah.
and she's not going to have Carrie to fall back on, because I don't imagine he's going to fall for that again. At least I would hope not.
Yeah. Yeah. Probably would. Yeah.
I don't know. When I was watching that last night, I kept thinking, here is Kimmy Robertson coming on to him, and I'm like, you know what? Yes, Diane Franklin is hot, but I mean, look what they're doing to Kimmy Robertson with the glasses and the bows and the
Yeah.
pigtail. I'm like, you take the glasses off and let the hair down. She's stunning.
Beautiful. Yeah. That pool scene, she's gorgeous, gorgeous body. Everybody was in shock, like, whoa. Yeah.
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 Yeah. Let's talk about Kimmy for a moment, because I would love to get her on here at some point. I've never had her on here. I think she's funny. I saw her in Bad Manners, instructing people to tie her up and that on top of a piano.
She's very, very, very funny, man. She is hysterical. She did some voiceovers for cartoons and stuff. You could tell with that voice, but she's awesome. I love Kimmy.
Do you ever see her anymore?
I saw her every reunion we've done so far. I've seen her. She's been there. So I
Yeah.
got the pleasure to see her. Yeah.
Does
And
she
we all went out to dinner. I mean, like I said, I can't wait, Greg, to see everybody again. I'm really excited.
does she wear the glasses and the pigtails and the bows when she goes?
No, no, no.
Yeah, I look at her and I'm like, you know what? Underneath all that, well, I know what they're doing. They're geeking her up, but you know she's hot. You know.
Yeah, and she's so talented. It's the
Mm-hmm.
talent is just tremendous. I was really blessed to work with these actors and actresses they were so talented, all of them. You
Yeah.
know, it was great. It was a learning experience for all of us. I mean, Steve now is a big director,
Mm-hmm.
directs major stuff. Boaz, forget it. He's doing all these gigantic movies with all these celebrities. He better get me a part in one soon.
I heard back from Boaz a few years ago, probably shortly after I had you on, but I never got a follow up. So I'm gonna see if I
He's
can get
so
him on.
he's so busy. I mean, we try to get him to come to a reunion. Forget it's like pulling teeth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
He's not for doing a reunion either. I mean, a remake. He's not for it.
I would think not. Like
The only way it would work is if they brought us back to have like a small roles in it, like as
no, I want
parents or something.
no. I want you guys to play the same part. Jeepers,
Oh
how
no,
many times? Look. How many
it's a
times do we? How
little
many
too old
times?
for that.
No. Look at these actors in these high school movies that look like they're 30 or 40, and we're supposed to buy that they're. Look, you know what? I'll extend disbelief. Put the costume back on. Fall in the pool.
It could be like the Cobra Kai. We could do it like today. you
There you
know?
go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You know. But no, I reached out to Boaz, but I find it funny. I laugh at Lawrence Monomson in this, because 2 years after he's in Friday the 13th, the final chapter, and he's not having any more luck with women in that.
Oh, he got chopped up by the screen, right? Yeah, the
Yep.
screen. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, Crispin Glover's having better luck than him.
yeah. And then he was in Mask.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he just wasn't having any luck with the. I just remember him in the final chapter there. He was, you want to give the old teddy bear a kiss?
That's right. Yeah, good memory.
Yep. And of course, he ended up being a dead fuck, because that was the line.
That was. God damn, that's a good memory.
Yep. Oh, I've got both of the movies here, so I actually
Yeah.
got a final chapter right here, because I got the Friday the 13th box set. So,
Oh,
but
with all of them.
oh yeah, but yeah, he's good at playing a virgin in these movies. One of my favorite scenes with Lawrence in this movie is a scene at one of the parties where he's getting liquored up because he sees uh, Diane and Steve together locking lips at this dance, and he
The
follows,
party scene, yeah.
yeah, follows Diane into the washroom, and she says something to him. Uh, I'm trying to remember the line of dialogue. Something
Well, he
about you.
says, how about a big meatball sandwich?
Yeah, but that's not the line. She says something towards the line of "Haven't you had enough?" And he goes, "I don't think I've had enough," or something like that.
I don't remember, no.
There's something about the line that there's a lot of sarcasm, but a lot of hurtful truth behind it. Like, I'm not drunk enough to deal with your shit, so to speak.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's probably it, yeah.
yeah. And so that was one of my favorite scenes he was in, was that washroom scene where he's drunk, you know. Um, so I liked him in that, and Steve was great. You were great, and we're going to talk a little bit more about Diane Franklin because she is the culprit in this whole thing. I like Diane. I had her on here, and I think her daughter's hilarious. You know, I had her on as well. I guess Diane wrote a couple of books on this film too. So, and she's aged very well.
Yeah, she looks
Yep.
great. Yeah.
Yep.
I was just on um a podcast with her about 60 days ago.
Uh-huh.
I forgot what it was called, but just 2 times. She's probably mad at me for it twice that she don't care. 2 times people had her on a podcast, and they
Uh-huh.
told me they wanted me. Well, she was on it with Lawrence on this one, and I called in, and they had no idea I was going to be there.
Uh-huh.
And it was really cool. It's on my fan page. You can see it. It's pretty funny.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like we the three of us started talking like the poor host wasn't even there anymore. It was cool. But she's a great. She's a good person.
I'll be reaching out to her again before too long to have her back on. And I've
Yeah.
never been able to land Lawrence on here. I've tried several
Really?
times. He's read my message on Facebook, you know, and I just gave up, you know, I just
Oh
gave
yeah.
up. Yep. There's only so many times when somebody reads my message and doesn't give yes or no or whatever. And I'm pretty patient, you know, like I just had Nancy
Yeah.
Allen on the show last year and it took me 5 years to get
Love
her, but
Nancy Allen.
yeah, I love her too. It's Dressed to Kill, you know. Um,
Yeah.
but you know, I'm pretty patient about that. If somebody can't come on right away, I'm pretty good waiting it out, you know.
Yeah.
But
He
Lawrence
will
never,
stick with him. He will. I'll put in a good word for you.
yeah.
Yeah.
Why are you going to tell him that Crispin Glover said he's a dead fuck,
I tell him you go on that show or else.
or else Kimmy's going to break up with him?
Yeah, Kimmy's gonna break up with you too.
I'd be open to having him, you know, like,
Yeah.
but it's just never worked out. But I'm very happy I had you and Diane, you know, on
Yeah.
here, you know. So
I'll try to get something where the three of us could come on or something, like right before the reunion. I'll work on that.
sure.
That'd be great.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, and Kimmy, I definitely got to get her on here. I definitely got to get Kimmy on here. Kimmy's hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah. But speaking of conventions, like I just started doing the conventions in
Yeah.
2017. You know, one of my guests invited me to assist her at a convention in Toronto. And
That's a big one. The convention in Toronto is a big one.
I went to Horrorama. It was Lisa Langlois from the movie Class of 1984 has been on my show a couple of times. She's now a close friend of mine. But at the time, we were talking about travel and she asked what was stopping me because I've lived here my entire life,
Yeah.
you know, and she invited me to assist her at her table at Horrorama in Toronto, and I couldn't say no to that.
How awesome was it?
It was great. Well, it was my first. I'm the only one in my family that's been on a plane,
Right.
and I just got on a plane and went to Toronto. Lisa met me at Union Station. She taught me all about the subways and the streetcars because we don't have them
Yeah.
here in New Brunswick. But Lisa and I call her every week. You know, we're still in touch. You know,
Yeah.
and every time I go to Toronto, I connect with Lisa and we do dinner and this and that. And I always save my free movies because we at the theater here we got what you call a scene card, and every time you go do a movie or get snacked, you get so many points. And I rack up my free movies and save them when I go to Toronto. And I always tell Lisa, you know, because the theater scene in Toronto is great. And
Oh yeah.
I say, Lisa, pick some films. You know, we'll go to some movies. I had like over 30 freebies, so
Yeah. You might as
so
well use them up.
I didn't use them up when I was there, but we did go to a couple movies there, and I always have fun with Lisa, and
Yeah.
she's encouraged me to um, improve my brand. She taught me about getting business cards done up and this and that, you know. And the con was fun, you know. Uh,
Yeah.
I met. We're seated very close to Vernon Wells, and that was always fun to talk to him, you know. And Leslie Donaldson was close by, and I've had her on a couple times, and I had a great experience there, and I owe that all to Lisa. But here's a question I ask of any of my guests that's done a con: what's the most unique thing you've ever been asked to sign?
Wow. I've signed everything from clothing to pins. Um,
Catherine Mary Stewart said she signed a butt cheek. Have you ever been to did
oh,
that far?
I signed some couple of ladies' breasts, you know, but it was a joke. It was a joke. I took a picture with it, like giving them a look. But I mean, some of the memorabilia that these fans have is like, I want that. I tell them I want that, you know,
Like
like
what?
there was a drawing. Uh, I think that's on my fan page too. I'll put it up later if not. It's a drawing of all of us, hand drawn, and I forgot what country it was out of or whatever. But this gentleman came and he had us all signed by our picture, and it was gorgeous. And I said I want one, and he sent me one. So I have my own somewhere here. Yeah, it was really 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 cool. Another guy they gave away this, and I can't get it. When the movie came out in
Mm-hmm.
1982 and 83, they
Mm-hmm.
re-released it again in 83 with they did twin billing, Fast Times at Ridgemont High and Last American Virgin together.
Oh, I
They
love
re-released
both.
it. They re-released them again, and they were giving away these pins.
Uh-huh.
That's white pin. It said Last American Virgin, see it or be it. And this guy had me sign it, and I'm like, where the hell did you get that? I haven't seen that in 30 something years. And of course, I had a bunch of them. I don't know where the hell they are, but I signed that, and I said, "Can you get me one?" He goes, "You don't know what I've been through to get this one," and it looked like went through the ringer, but I signed it for him, and he said, we took a picture of it together. It was cool. He had me sign it, nobody else but me, so I felt good about that.
Well, there you go. Well, David was
Yeah,
the cool one.
yeah, yeah.
You were the
Yeah,
cool
but
one.
another thing I learned about when I go to these conventions
Mm-hmm.
is whenever we go there as the group, the Last American Virgin, I get a seat next to Diane. That's mandatory because she has so many fans and so many people signing. I just want the overflow,
I
coming
bet
to
she
me.
gets the biggest line of the bunch, huh?
Oh my goodness. She was in so much stuff. What a talent.
I was
Yep.
just at Frightmare in the Falls last because Horrorama wasn't happening because when restrictions lifted, they just didn't have time to schedule. So Lisa suggested I do Frightmare in the Falls in Niagara Falls, and they had some really good guests there. But the one that was the busiest was Phyllis Rose, and she
Yeah.
had her A game on the whole weekend. She was such a
Yeah.
pleasure to meet,
Yeah.
Yep. But
I mean, Chiller Theater in Jersey,
mhm,
that one, I mean, they have celebrities like you name it, they're there. They
mhm.
had the cast from Walking Dead when I was there the last time. And the line getting in the place to get tickets was unbelievable. It was going around the hotel. And
Oh wow.
then the line to go see the Walking Dead guys went around. So we had our own room. Last American Virgin, we had our own room. And it was on the way to go get this people to sign for The Walking Dead. So everybody would come in and say, "Hey, well, look who's there! Look who's there!" They'd come in and get pictures and autographs for us. I met so many good people, man, from those conventions. I love going to them.
Who was at the chiller one with you?
Oh, celebrity wise,
Mhm.
oh, the Walking Dead cast was there. Then there was, um, celebrities that I loved growing up. Angie Everhart, uh, a bunch of hotties from the '80s movies were there, and the Chips guy was there. Not Eric Estrada, the other guy
Oh,
from Chips
Larry,
was
I've had
there.
him on here. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Larry Wilcox was there. That's his name. Robert Eglin, Elvira, this cast of The Sopranos. What's her name? Dre De Matteo. Dre De Matteo met my mom and loves her. Calls her mom. Looks forward to seeing her every time we go to convention. Um, Everybody from The Sopranos was there except for, of course, James Gandolfini, but all the other people were there.
Why do I
It's
get
just
why do I get the feeling that Diane Franklin was not able to compete with Elvira?
Elvira was awesome, man. She
No, I
was on our
mean in
show.
terms of lineup.
Nobody compete with her. She had a line going around, and Freddy Krueger, forget it.
Oh, Robert Englund, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, who
And
all
Dre
was there?
DiMatteo,
Huh?
and Dre DiMatteo
Okay.
from Sopranos. She's a hottie. You kidding me? They're lining up like crazy to see her. Yeah.
Well, who all was there from Last American Virgin?
Okay. From Last American Virgin, we had me,
Uh-huh.
Lawrence, everybody except Steve.
What happened to Steve? What was wrong with him?
Steve does not do any of these conventions. Too
Why?
busy, man.
Oh,
He won't do
gee.
them. He won't do
Oh,
them. I'm begging him to do the 40th reunion. I hope Steve, if you're listening, please, man. I'm gonna call you anyway. You got to come for me for the 40th reunion.
tell him that you'll give him a free jar of crab cream if he comes.
Crab killer, crab killer,
Crab killer.
yeah. Crab killer, $3.99.
3.99. Yeah.
Yep.
Did they ever pay you back for that?
No, no,
Because
no.
I know you wrote that down in your little booklet there.
Where every time I'm writing shit down, nobody ever paid me back.
Like you even paid the $90 for the hooker.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
I gotta tell you something though. A lot of filming that movie
Uh-huh.
was just so much fun. It wasn't even work. Like the party scene
Uh-huh.
was like a real party. It was awesome. When I got to go back to high school and film in the school, it was awesome. But then again, I only been out of high school a couple of months when I did that, so it was really cool. Yeah, it was just a great experience. And being in California and LA and Encino and the Valley and everything was awesome too.
So how many times do you leave the convention in your underwear and your socks?
Never, especially in Jersey, it's too cold. Yeah,
That happened in
yeah.
the movie quite a bit.
But Greg, I'm telling you, man, you asked that question with sign. The memorabilia that people come up with is incredible. And then they're actually paying you to sign this stuff. It's like, I want it. I don't want to pay you. I want the stuff. I want that. And then Diane did her book signing at one of them, which went really well. And that's what I'm shooting for now with the 40th reunion, my book to be done. And I'm writing it. Best-selling author Donna Montuge, she's writing the book for me. Um, We're almost done. We're stuck on a name. We don't know the name yet. So as soon as I get it, I'll let you know. But we're also going to do a little docu-series with it too. It's basically my family life story, the movie, my career with the TV,
What
some
color
hard times
socks
I've been
you
through.
wear whenever you escape from houses?
The white high tops with the colored stripes. Yeah.
They
So
should
I'm
have
gonna.
did they should have did a
What's
couple of
that?
figurines. They should have did one figurine of you wearing you have your hair slicked back and the gold chain and the
Spikes. I had the
yeah,
spikes,
yeah, the
man.
spikes, yeah. And
Yeah,
the yellow vest and the
the
black.
vest.
There's
Yeah.
one figurine, and the second figurine is you and your tidy whities and a pair of socks on.
You know, a friend of mine that I did a podcast, Ralph Vitale, Rock
Uh-huh.
Shop. He said to me, "I got a question for you, Joe. Why the hell are you always giving you clothes that are 3 times too small for you?" I'm like, "You're right. I don't know. I guess that's the look they were looking for. It's true. Not everything, except the vest. I looked cool in that. That was cool.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
plus, when you guys were dancing, um, I've forgotten the woman's name, the blonde woman,
Carmela.
Carmela. That's right. When you guys were dancing with her, like one thing I noticed that Lawrence Bonoson was just not being active with her. You
He
you
was
were
scared.
moving a little bit. But then when Steve gets up there, like Steve was just working it.
He he took over. He
He
got that
took
big. He got
over.
her. He got her in the bedroom. He's the one who started it. And me and Lawrence looked at each other like, "What? Is he really doing it?" And then we peek. Then the peek hole. Classic scene. People going through the peephole. Classic. Classic scene.
Was she nervous about doing the nude scene? Do you recall?
No, she was very good with us. I know I
Yeah.
was nervous. And I mean, they said closed set. It had to be a closed set. And with a closed set, there's still like 8 or 9 people there
Well,
on the
for
set.
it's no clothes set.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the boom person was a girl, so that was uncomfortable. You know what I mean?
Was she
But let me tell
cute?
you, yeah. But Luisa made it very easy for us. She was very good, you know. And
Yeah,
she
she
was like,
was very
she like
funny.
when we did the nude scene. She's like, when I was on top of her, she goes, "Don't you don't have to get up if you don't want to. You just stay. I understand. Just relax till we're ready." I said, "No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good." And, she was awesome. I gotta say.
Yeah.
But then in the second movie, they did something. They made us like both of us loins covering us up, so we didn't have to walk around with our shit hanging out. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I remember the brilliance of Boz Davidson again. He shot that scene first. He got it right out of the way because he knows we were all thinking about that scene. We were all scared shit about being nude. I mean, we're kids, all thinking about being nude and how it's going to come off and this and that. And he got the nervousness look of us, all of us, and he got it right out of the way. But Lawrence
Except,
didn't get nude. Lawrence never even made it in there.
yeah, well, Lawrence does get nude in Friday the 13th, the final chapter, because
No,
I
but
remember.
I'm saying in that scene, he never got
Mhm,
to go in there with her. Yeah.
exactly. Because I remember in the final chapter, those two twins, throwing their twin bathing suits, going, "Come on in!" And of course, Crispin Glover goes, "No, we have no suits." Of course, next shot you got Lawrence, "Hey, jumping!" Do you see his backside? And
Yeah.
he runs, jumps.
Yeah. No, I gotta watch that again. I don't remember that, but I gotta watch it again.
Yeah, Friday the 13th, the final chapter, where Lawrence is still a virgin.
And I gotta watch. I have to watch the Amityville Horror with Diane in it. I haven't seen that one in years.
There we go. Oh,
Yeah,
Lawrence
there
was
you
a
go. Yeah,
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 Lawrence was still a virgin in that.
yeah.
He got outbeated by Crispin Glover.
Wow, that's man. We're
Diane,
getting old.
no, you're not. You don't look any different than you did then.
Everybody says that.
There you go.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
lucky.
There you
I mean,
go.
time just flies. I mean, it's just crazy how this movie is stayed timeless. You
Yep.
know, I'm not being big headed now. I'm just stating something that, you know, I see so many movies being made. You
Uh-huh.
know, if you sit on the weekends and just watch Netflix and Prime Video, you see how many movies there are. There's movies with big celebrities that I never even heard of
Mm-hmm.
that are just coming straight out to this. You know, a chubby kid from the Bronx. How I got so lucky to be in a movie that was released worldwide in hundreds and hundreds of countries. You know, I'm blessed. No matter whatever happens, I've got that you know that God gave me that, and I'm blessed, and to meet the people that I've met, and I've stayed humble. I mean, I love
You
talking
have.
about the movie. I love talking about the movie. I mean, sometimes I talk about it a little too much, but it was the greatest, one of the greatest. Besides my kids being born, it was one of the greatest experiences in my life. Yeah.
What does your family? Okay, I'll go back. What did your parents think when did they see the film and what did they
Oh my
think?
God, my parents came to my premiere in New York City when we had the red carpet theatrical release in New York City. My parents came with me. You know, they loved it. My grandmother would not come. She wouldn't do. So my grandmother, little Italian lady, rode the bus in the Bronx to Loewy's Paradise Theater. She walks up. She told us about it at dinner the next Sunday. She goes, you know, I went to go see a movie today. What? She goes, yeah, I went to the matinee. I go, you did what? What did you do? She goes, Grandma went up to the ticket counter and said, I want a ticket for the last virgin in America. I go, what? She goes, yes, the last virgin in America. I go, Grandma, the last American virgin. She goes, you know what I mean. And she goes, I told the lady that this is my grandson, and I pointed to your picture. She goes, Joey. She goes, the manager came out, took me in by the hand, walked me to my seat, didn't charge me, and made me watch it. He goes, well, you got to go meet him now. He wants to meet you.
What
Went
did
back
you
and meet
think
them,
of
and
your scene and with Carmel?
she just shook her head when I told her about it. I go, Grandma, you watched it all? She goes, yes. I go, what about that's the way? She goes, oh Maron, oh Maron. That means oh my God. Oh Maron, oh Maron. She goes, que cool. That means your ass is going up.
I don't know
It
how
was fun.
old your kids are, but has your
Oh, they
wife
watched
seen
it.
it? Oh, have they?
They
What
they
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 think?
they seem, no, they love it. They bust my chops about it all the time. You know,
How
my
how
kids
often
love it.
how often do they hit you with shoes?
Oh, they come up with lines all the time. Yeah, David, my son, my kids are all grown now. They're all older.
Mm-hmm.
You know, my daughter's 30, my son's 26, and my other daughter's 24, so they're older. But they watched it when they were young. I remember I had the DVD in the house, and they used to watch it all the time because they got to see a lot of nudity. You know,
Speaking of nudity, I remember Diane Franklin telling me that she had made a decision earlier in her career that she would do only 3 nude scenes, just 3. She did one, and she did this one. She did Amityville to the Possession, and I forget the name of the third one. I thought Olivia De Laurentiis, her daughter, had a great reaction to it.
she did Adam and Eve. She was nude through the whole friggin' movie.
Okay, that must have been the other one. Yep.
Yeah. Because I
Yep.
remember she was telling me when we did the movie, I'm not doing any more nudity. This is crazy. This is that. This is that. This is that. And I'm watching Adam and Eve. I'm going, God damn, Diane, what happened? But I don't remember her doing a nude scene in Amityville.
Oh, I
She
do.
did. I
Yeah.
don't remember. I got to go back and watch. I have to watch that. I have to watch. I got to watch all these movies.
Yeah, I think Amityville 2, The Possession was to me, from what I've seen of the franchise, it was the best one. Certainly the
Yeah.
scariest one. Yeah.
And Steve was in The Accused. He's one of the rapists in The Accused with Jodie Foster.
Okay. Yep. Yep.
Yeah. He played in that. I seen him in something else too. I remember watching it, but he did a lot of TV stuff. He's into directing. He directs some big name commercials and stuff.
Well, he needs to direct himself to the con.
I'm gonna get him. I'll get him. I gotta tell him. He loves my mom too, so I'll tell him I'll bring mom out there if he comes and does it.
There you go.
Yeah. See, in LA, we're gonna have a filming, and we're gonna have like a screening, and then we're gonna have us on the stage Q&A, question and answer for the cast. That's gonna be fun.
I love teen movies.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been
There's
out of high
nothing like
school.
them.
Yeah, I've been out of high school for over 30 years, and these movies still speak to me, whether, be Fast Times at Ridgemont High, Last American Virgin, Valley Girl, Risky Business. There's so many good ones.
All
16,
classics, every one of them.
16 Candles.
Yeah.
And more recently, Everybody Wants Some has become a favorite, although that's more college. But I love that
Better
film.
Off Dead, which Diane was in. Better Off Dead was an awesome movie too.
Oh, Amanda Wyss.
Yeah.
She
You know,
was the Karen in that one.
they don't make movies like that anymore, man.
Nope.
I mean, Super Bad was pretty good. It was
I
funny.
love Superbad.
Yeah, that was everybody used to tell me. They go, that looked like an attempt at Last American Virgin. I said, yeah, you're
I
right.
have a big crush on Emma Stone, and it
Yeah,
started with that movie.
American Pie also
Yep.
was, good. They had some out, but they don't have the like back then. Every once in a while a classic would come up, man, and you go watch it over and over and over and over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, I hope. How are things going pandemic wise where you are? We're back into things getting more severe here again, and I'm like,
Well, I just got over it. I was sick for 2 weeks.
oh, you
I
had
tested.
COVID?
Yeah, I tested positive. Uh, I'm still not feeling 100%, but I tested negative. So, I'm able to go back to work and get out of the house again. But
Mm-hmm.
2 weeks solid, Greg. I couldn't move. I was really sick, and I had the vaccines, both of them. So I guess that saved me from not getting seriously ill. But this variant they're saying is not as serious as the Delta variant. I know
Mm-hmm.
people that died from that. So, but I mean, it's got to go away soon. I mean, we have to have Chilli Theater in the fall, man. It's got to go away.
Yeah, it's like, well, I just found out that we're going into lockdown again tomorrow night, and I'm like, really?
Oh,
So
I
I
heard
went.
that about Canada. Yeah,
So I decided, well, if we're going into lockdown tomorrow, I went to the theater and get a ticket for the new Scream movie. I figured, well, I'm gonna go catch that before the theater closes.
now, when you say lockdown, what did you mean by lockdown? What did they do there?
It's just, we won't be like, I'm still gonna be working because I'm a cleaner, so I'm an
Yeah,
essential worker through this whole mess. But
yeah,
it's just like, that's a good question. I never really felt what lockdown was because I
you have
still
to be home.
worked.
You have to be home by a certain time, or how does it work?
No,
Curfew?
no. I work back shift, so curfew's not going to help me any.
Yeah, like in Florida here, we've never really been locked down.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's just one stupid mess, and I don't know what's going on. I got my 2 shots. I'm not planning to get the booster.
Me
Uh,
neither.
you
I
know,
think
I
two's enough.
well, here's the thing. I'm not a dartboard. It's like, stop putting holes in me and get rid of this thing.
Yeah,
We didn't have it before 2019. And part of me is wondering if there's something more to this because somebody's making some money off this. I know that.
yeah. I
Like
mean, I
people,
mean, if people are for the shots, people are against the shots. I look at it this way: you do whatever makes you comfortable. You
mhm.
know, if you want, I got the shots. My mom got all three, and she lives. I take care of my mom. I live with her, and she didn't get sick. So I'm saying maybe the shot saved her. I don't know, but I'm thank God she didn't get sick because she's older.
Uh-huh.
But I mean, I will not go for the third. I'm good. I'm done. Yeah.
Yeah, I got it mainly because I wanted to travel to Toronto and do Frightmare in the Falls, and I knew they wouldn't let me on the plane unless I did. So I called Lisa Langlois and I said, are you open to connecting with me when if I go to Toronto? And she said yes, and that's okay. I decided to get the shots.
Right.
But yeah, I did it for. I told I said I did it for Toronto. Hope you guys appreciate it, but no, I'm tired of it. I'm over it.
Yeah.
You
A lot
know,
of people are, man.
yeah. One
Yeah.
movie we haven't discussed that you did. Speaking of
Which one?
nudity, Striptease.
Oh yeah, that was great.
I love the poster of that. I gotta say, Demi Moore has never looked better.
Yeah. Let me tell you something. The thing I remember most about striptease,
Hmm.
they cut most of our stuff out. We were called the Bachelors. We had a really big scene in the beginning where we were all fighting on stage and all kinds of crazy stuff was happening. They cut a lot of it out, but the thing that I remember the most is I got to meet one of my idols, Burt Reynolds.
Yeah, we just lost him. He was supposed to be in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood,
Yeah, he
and
was a
he
great
pat.
guy. Then after that, I'm sorry to cut you off,
No,
but
go
after
ahead.
that, I mean, I had the pleasure of working with him. He was on my show numerous times, interviews. We filmed his acting class. Just, I mean, just as a kid, smoking the bag, I just loved him. I just idolized him. So
Yep.
I got to meet him. I got to meet Sylvester Stallone. I just got a few more on my bucket list. But I met Bruce Willis also. He was married to Demi Moore at the time. So he was on the set. He came on the set. I met Armand Asante. It was just a great experience. And you know, the movie didn't do as well as they thought, but she's hot. She was hot. Let's put it that way. When I sat there and I got to see her do that dance, she was, no matter how long it took to do it, it was incredible watching. She was very good.
I like that poster, her and that pose that she's in on that poster, the way
Yeah.
her arms
Oh,
and
yeah.
legs are. Yeah.
And let me
Yeah.
tell you something. Her dance instructor, the girl that
Uh-huh.
instructed her how to dance, was even hotter. I
Oh,
remember us. I remember us getting all excited when she came out to show her the moves. I'm like, whoa, okay. But that was 1996. That was a long time ago.
wow. Yeah, I saw Striptease in the theater.
Yeah, me too. We went to the opening of that. That was the theater was good. They shot it all down here, right in my backyard, and it was amazing. It was some experience.
Yeah, absolutely. Who else is on your bucket list to meet?
I want to meet Joe Pesci. Oh, I did meet Joe Pesci. I met Joe Pesci when I was filming The Last American Virgin, but I didn't know who he was yet. Do you remember Tessa, the blonde girl, the one that I was with? Millie, you have any breath spray?
Oh, yes.
she was she We went to go see the movie Reds, and he went to go see the movie with Warren Beatty and who else was in that thing? Was it Diane Keaton? I don't remember. But the movie sucked. But anyway, I got to meet him, and I didn't know who he was. I mean, I'm sorry, I knew who he was from Raging Bull. I was a big Raging Bull fan.
Hmm.
So I I mean, I loved him in the movie, and he was a great guy. Nothing like his part. He's a great guy, and then he just became a huge star. But I remember him from Raging Bull, and I was sitting there giving him all the lines, and he was just laughing. And then he was making fun at the way I talk. But I got to meet him. I never got to meet Robert De Niro. I want to meet him.
Hmm.
Um, Morgan Freeman, I'd love to meet. But I met a lot of celebrities. I'm blessed. With my television show, I met a lot of celebrities. Oh, and but Burt Reynolds was definitely one of the
Oh,
top that
oh
I got
yeah.
to meet.
Bert's awesome. I
Yeah,
want me Emma Stone. I've been stuck on
yeah,
Emma Stone since Superbad, and
yeah,
still have a big crush on her.
yeah.
Yeah, but I'll tell you one thing. I know Diane Franklin had said this. A lot of guys that come to meet her had a crush on her growing up.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yep.
I'm telling you, the way the people line up for Diane, it's funny. It's crazy.
Yep.
Yeah, but
Yep.
it'd be nice if you could make it to the if we do Chiller. if this pandemic is over and they have it. I don't think they had it last year, did they?
I don't know. I got to get a passport. I don't have
Yeah,
one yet because
yeah,
Lisa's been telling me I should do some of the cons in the
yeah.
states, and
I got to
I'm
meet I got to meet a lot of people that a lot of celebrities like that I liked as a kid when I was there. So
hmm
that was fun too. But I mean,
yeah.
you should come. I mean, I'm going to try to get Lawrence to come. I'm going to try to get everybody there, and I'm going to be pushing this book. Not pushing, promoting my book.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna have a signing for the book, and hopefully we get at least a trailer done for the docu series, and then hopefully I can make a movie out of it. So it should be pretty good.
You gonna have Kimmy in it?
Yeah, yeah, it should be good. And I don't know. Well, let's see how the documentary goes, and then we'll probably take off from there. Probably somebody's going to pick it up because it's a great story. I mean, some story, my family, where I come from, my heritage, and how I came about to be an actor, how I came out to be a TV producer, how I've had trouble with the law. Hold on a second.
Yep. No, I can still hear
I,
you.
I got to get rid of this call.
Yeah. But I wouldn't have minded meeting Kimmy. I want to meet Kimmy.
Yeah, yeah, she's a trip. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you think about it. We're in January now. The stuff, hopefully things calm down. So by this summer's fall, everything starts
Oh, I
going
hope
again.
so. Like, what's it gonna take to get rid of this?
Yeah, we did a Comic-Con here on I think it was 2015 or 2016. It was an actual Comic-Con here
hmm
in Miami
Uh-huh.
and at the Fort Lauderdale Convention Center,
hmm
and we had our own booth with the VITV booth, VIP television booth, and in the booth I had VIP models behind me, and I was signing my pictures. And I remember we had a spot saved, and Rikishi took my spot. So then I said, actually, that's not going to work, because I said I have these four girls, and I have the big step and repeat, and I have the movie posters. I need a bigger spot, so they put me next to Dre DiMatteo and Elvira, so I was right in the same aisle as them. So it was awesome. Yeah,
What was it like being that close to Elvira?
she was cool. She was great. And we got, if you look on my YouTube channel and you look up Comic Con, you can see the interviews we've done with them.
I got to do that. Yes, I got to
Yeah,
do that. Yeah, check those out. Yeah.
yeah.
You got any charities that you're involved with that you want to promote on here?
Not now, not right now. No, my own charity, me. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. No, not yet. But I mean, I should be in the swing of things and really rolling again by this summer. So I'm really promoting this book, and when I get the name, you'll be the first one to know.
Oh, yes.
We're throwing some names around now. I don't want to say it. I don't want to get her mad at me, because we didn't come up with a name. But Donna is awesome. She's very talented. She's got some best-selling books, and we talk over the phone. She's coming down to interview my mother soon, because she wants to get the backstory on her family and stuff. She's going to interview my kids, and it's gonna be really good. It's gonna be something. Let me put it this way. It's gonna be the Big Apple, David, the Last American Virgin meets the Sopranos. I kind of like that. Yeah, it's gonna be good.
I got a good name for the book.
What?
Call it
Let me
it's
hear this one.
it's Karen's fault.
All Karen's fault. Yeah,
It's Karen's fault.
she promised me she would be in the movie or the documentary. She promised me, so
Diane
I'm gonna take her
Franklin.
up on. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I definitely want her. She said she always wanted to play a mob housewife, so I said we'll get you in there somehow. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Well, is there anything else you want to plug and promote on here?
No, I'm just want to say this has been great.
Oh, I've
This is
enjoyed
not
having you back.
Yeah, this hasn't been an interview. I just feel like me and you were just shooting the shit, and it was funny. You're very, very astute on the movie. You know more than I do about it.
Yep.
And I'll be in touch with you, and if when this is done, I want to be able to put it out there. So
Oh
give me
yeah,
something to
feel
put it up.
free, because
Yeah,
your first one is up, Um,
and I'll come back when I have the name of the book, and we'll talk about that. How's that?
oh yeah, absolutely. So
Okay.
yeah, it's funny. I still have your number too. See, you were able to trust me all these years.
Yeah.
I
No,
wasn't
you're a
a
good man.
I wasn't a
I don't. I
David.
don't. I. As soon as you wrote me and said to come back on, I was like, wow. I'm glad. I'm glad I'm back.
Oh yeah. Well,
Yeah.
every year on Facebook, I always I put the interviews up for their anniversaries and whatnot. And
Yeah.
yours is actually coming up for its 5-year anniversary. So
I want to see that one. Yeah.
yep. So yeah, I got that up on YouTube, and I always post them so it gets extra traction. And
Good. All right. I'm gonna send you a couple of YouTube links so you could see the Comic Cons and stuff. I'll send it to your Facebook.
sure,
And
absolutely.
oh God, my phone is blowing up over here. Hold on, let
I
me get rid of these calls.
I bet it's
It's late. That's why. Well, my women are calling me now. I'm joking.
you mean it's not Diane or Kimmy,
No, 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 no. They're
Lawrence and
happily
Steve?
married. No,
No, maybe it's Brian
no.
Peck.
Maybe Brian busted my chops.
Yeah, Brian say, hey, 9.5.
Yeah,
It's
but
not just
stay
the name. It's not just the name of a movie. 9.5 weeks. Nine and a
nine and
half
a half weeks.
inches.
You're trying to see. All right, listen, man. You stay warm over there in New Brunswick, and let's do this again real soon.
Yes, I'd love to. I'd love to. Yes, absolutely.
Let's do this. I'll give you all the information, and let's try to get Diane and Lawrence, the three of us, on in one shot. That would be great.
That would be, and then we can
Yeah.
all grill Lawrence on being a virgin in at least 2 movies.
If I call him, he'll do it. Yeah,
Hey,
he'll do it.
Bass, then I could grill him about reading my messages and not coming on.
Yeah, and you could make fun of him on that scene from the Friday the 13th.
Oh, we could ask him if he's still a dead fuck.
All right, Greg, my man. Good, great talking to you, and I'll be in touch with you.
We are celebrating the 40th anniversary of The Last American Virgin. Before I let you go, please do a plug for my show.
The best show I've been on, man. You're the best. You're great.
Just state your name and say you're listening to Greg Gilbert on Python's Paradise.
Okay, so you want me to do a shout out?
Yeah. Well,
all right, okay. Hey, this is Joe Rubbo, and you're watching Python Paradise with Greg Gilbert.
absolutely. Thanks so much, Joe, for coming on here. This has been a lot of fun,
You,
and we'll do this
let me
again.
see I can't wait to see the done version of this, man. You're the best.
I'll send it out to you. Yep, when it's ready.
Take
Yep.
care, my man. Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.